Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Anu here. In the previous video, we have discussed about the introduction to Python operators. As a part of that, we are going to start the first one that is called the arithmetic operators. Let's go ahead and see what is meant by arithmetic operators, including the examples. Arithmetic operators. Let's take a simple example. Don't need to write everything. Okay, what is meant by arithmetic operator? Arithmetic operator is a symbol that tells the Python to perform some mathematical calculations. In any mathematical calculations, we have two main parts are there. One is called operator. One is called the operator and operand. Operators, it can be either plus, minus, divide, or multiplication like that. Or more than we have modulus operation and floor division. These are the operator. Operands are the variable, actual variable. Okay, actual variables on which these operators will do the operations, like 5, 6, 7. We used to give this numeric values to this operands. On this operand, we will apply this operators to get the final result. Suppose if you take an example, a equal to 5, b equal to 6, c equal to a plus b. Okay, here this is the operator and these are the operands. These are the operands, so that we will get the result as c equal to 11 as the result. This is what this operator means. Let's go ahead and see the operators one by one. What are the arithmetic operators? The first one we are going to see is addition. Second one is subtraction. Third one is multiplication. Fourth one is division. And fifth one is floor division. Sixth one is modulo division. We use the percentage symbol for the modulo division. And seventh one we are going to see is the power. These are very simple. Addition, this is a plus b is the addition. We'll get the result, a new result based on the operators and operators. Subtraction, a minus b, we'll get the result. Multiplication is a multiplied by b, we'll get the result. Division is a divided b, we'll get the results. It is a common practice we used to get. Next one will come to this floor division, modular division, and power. This is very important. We need to understand what is this floor division, modular division, and power. Sorry. In the floor division, suppose if you take a by b, if the actual answer is 3.12, something like this, but if you give the floor division, we'll get the result as, suppose if it is a floor division b, we'll get the result as 3. It's a rounded value we'll get the rounded value. Whereas in modular division, a modular b, what we're getting is the remainder. Suppose it is 10 divided by 3, 10 modular division 3, 10 modular division 3, we will get the result as 1. 1 is the remainder. Then come to the power. Power means exponential. Suppose if I want to take the square of x square, or x cube, or x raised to 4, these are called the power. Or in that case also we can take the so in that case we can go ahead and calculate the root of any number with that power also. Suppose if you want to take square root of x, we can give it as x raised to 0.5. Like that, we can calculate the power of any number. Let's go ahead and see all of them in practical using VS Code. That will be easy to understand for each one of them. First, we are going to take the addition. From the VS Code, arithmetic operation. A equal to 5, B equal to 6, print A plus B. Here we will get, so I need to insert this one, no problem, no problem. Current prompt, episode, okay, this is the correct virtual moment. Sorry, it's UV add, not the install, UV add. UV is there, okay. Let's keep it. It will resolve the dependency soon. I usually use the UV instead of pip because UV is so fast as compared to pip and more convenient to use as compared to pip. That's why I'm using pip all the time. Once it is done, we will just reload this window. We can use the Control Shift P. The subtraction will give the difference between two numbers. Subtraction will give the difference between two numbers. Let's go ahead and see the subtraction operation. Same like A equal to 20, B equal to 10, C equal to A minus B. Okay, and print C. Print C. It is giving the difference between A and B. This is what is subtraction operation. So it is nothing much more complicated on subtraction operation. Then we will go ahead with the multiplication. See, multiplication operation. We'll take the same example to demonstrate because these are very simple operation, arithmetic operations. Instead of minus, we can give the asterisk symbol to do the multiplication. Print C, it will give this multiplied value of A and B. Before moving deep into the next operators, subtraction operators, we can see one more example. Another one is called the unary operations. Unary operations. Let's see what is meant by this unary operation. Suppose I have a value x called 42. Okay. Print minus of x. It will print minus 42. It will print minus 42. Some cases we need to print like this. Okay. If we take again minus of minus, then we'll get this 42. This is what this unary operations. We are going to work on only one operand with this one single operator. This is called the unary operator. There will be only one operand instead of two operand in the usual arithmetic operation. That is called the unary operations. For the plus or plus, that is additional, so it will work, but doesn't matter whether we are giving plus x or plus 2 plus x, because even if you give, there is a positive value again, we get. Another one is the in set operation. Suppose I have set s1 equal to 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and set s2 equal to 5 6 5 comma 6. Suppose if we take s1 minus s2, s1 minus s2, it will give the it will give s1 minus s2. Suppose it has to be, let's take s3 equal to 1 comma 2. Suppose I'm going to add this s1 plus s2. Let's see what is the output. Set and set one, minus s2. Yeah, s1 minus s2, what it is giving. If there is any common elements are there between s1 and s2, it will remove those elements and it will give the output. S1 minus s2, there is no common element. There is 1 2 3 and 4 5 and 6. There is no common element. It is giving the s1 as the output. Suppose if you give s1 minus s3, it will give the difference between s1 and s3. We have the common element 1 and 2. It will be removed from s1 and it will give the output. These are the three common operations comes into subtraction. Let's go ahead and see the third one. Third one is the multiplication. Okay, multiplication. Multiplication. So big. In the multiplication, we have the same value. Let's take the same example. Multiplication we have already seen. Sorry, division, not the multiplication. Division. A equal to 10, B equal to 5, print A by B. We are taking integer A and integer B, and we are going to divide A by B. In division, always the output will be in a float format. If you see this one, always the output will be given as a float. That's the default behavior, because whenever we do some division, there will be a chance that we will get some decimal points. So by default, the division will output as a float output. Next thing, what we are going to see is called this float division. Float division means it will give, it will avoid the decimal point from our output. Suppose if you take the same example here, I am going to take the float division. This is called this float division, double forward slash. It will give only this output without any decimal point. Suppose if we take 11 divided by 5, usual answer will be 2.2. But when we take the float division, it will give only 2. It will give only 2. It is not going to give the decimal point. Suppose if you want to get the decimal point, again we have to go ahead with this normal division. This is the difference between float division and normal division. Another operator that we have to discuss is modular operators. In modular operators, whenever we use the modular operators, we have to use 10% symbol, 10% 3, and the output will be 1. What we are getting? We are getting the remainder. Okay, 10, if it is a 10 divided by 3, we will get 3.33 as the value. Whereas in float division, we are getting this complete value is 3. It is avoiding the decimal point. Whereas in modular division, it is giving the remainder. Modular division is giving the remainder. This is what this 3 kind of operators. Finally, we are going to see the power operator. Power operator. Suppose if you want to take the exponential of a value, that is x equal to 2, I want to see the square of 2. In that case, I can give x double asterisk symbol 2. It will give the power of 2. Suppose if you want to take the 10th power, x power 10th, it will be 1024. 10th power. Suppose if you want to take x y equal to 25, or we will get a large number. Okay, I want to take the square root of this value. Okay, then we have to give y the power. This is the power symbol. Then we have to give 0.5. 0.5, it will give what? The square root. It will give the square root. How we are calculating the square root? Let's see. Okay, square root. Square root means this is the square root. We can convert this as power of x power 1 by 2 square root. That is, this is the square root. If it is a cube root, we denote it as cube root, or any power root we will denote like that. You can consider z as a power. It will give the power. If you want to calculate any of its power, then we need to consider x raised to 1 by z. 1 by z. Let's go ahead and see in practical how we can calculate the square root. We have already seen. Suppose if you want to see the cube root, y star star, then cube root, if you don't know the exact value, then we can give 1 by 3. We've already seen what is this cube root, right? So it is given 1 by 3. Suppose if it is a fourth, 1 by 4th, you need to see y raised to 1 by, let's give 1 by 9. Let's see what is output. That is the ninth root. Ninth root is 3. The ninth root of this value. Where is this? Yeah, ninth root of this y value. Ninth root means we have taken ninth root of that y value. Ninth root of that y value, we have got that value. This is how we are calculating either the power. Power means square, cube, or fourth power, or we are going back to the root, cube root, fourth cube root, or fourth root, like that, or square root or cube root, or any power root we are going to take. Now this is called the power root, and these are the common examples of arithmetic operators. In the next video, we will see, the next one that we're going to see is the comparison operator. Hope you enjoyed this video about the arithmetic operators. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.